lazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4".
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First play, Watson to the air. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He completes it to Hunt. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they looked terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
Now that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Here's Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state of Georgia. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run with Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Falcons at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Now Watson.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now they return to the ground game, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson looking for Cooper. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact,
now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Red cycle.
They'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record, and we're 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. On the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Chubb on the counter, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Throw left side, there's Sweetz with it. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 1. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Powers through him. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Algier going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Fitzpatrick, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Back to throw. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 14. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Coup for the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. The Browns drive about to get started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready up. Miller. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Back to throw here. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Watson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take him the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson.
Swings this in for Hunt.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Watson, off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Quick throw completed by Watson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Again, it's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Here we go. 38. Field black.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off of play action, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Check view. Slice, 97. Cut.
They go play action here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Algier again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to run with Algier.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. Throwing again is Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. Gosh, you had it last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here. It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game. Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second, here's Algier. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Rolling to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.